Hey, so I want to do a bit of a video just showing how you can set up expansion bases in Riftbreaker campaign, or in this case it's open campaign. Generally the game gets a bit harder as the game goes on, and also the longer you stay on a map. So I'm using a save that's just after I did the final Riftgate activation on open campaign, so it's like day 60, 61, somewhere there. And so that should make it hard. Also, it's brutal with 5x waves, which should really just dial it up to be insane. Um, yeah, I'm just going to use basic level 1 towers, and yeah, I'll just show you how I tackle this sort of thing, because I've seen a bunch of people post online about struggling with setting up new bases often on difficulties at like brutal or below. So this is um, this is probably like 10x harder than like a fresh brutal game for the expansion, just because of everything. So anyways, um, let me see. I'm gonna say you have level 2 walls, level 2 gates. I'm gonna say you're building only one level 1 AI cores, and I'll use level 1 sentinel towers and level 1 artillery. And I'm going to assume that you have acid spitters as well, just for the first one. So that's a pretty good combo right there. Just level 1 artillery, level 1 acid spitters. It's not very hard to get. You probably have it by the time you can unlock new biomes. So let's say, first off here, there's 2 mission types. If you roll exploration, you'll never get low threat ones. See? Threat is always going to be freaking high. So don't do that. Go to resource harvest. Tropical is also, I'd either do tropical or radioactive desert. If you have synths unlocked, radioactive desert is definitely the place to go. It's got to be during the day though. Anyways, I'll do that in a second. I'll just do a tropical one first to show. So we're just gonna look for super low threat. That's it. Like I'm talking like 2 or 3 bars. 4.5 bars. We could do, there we go. 2 and a bit bars. There we go. I guess I can't build an outpost actually because I have the maximum number of outposts built. Maybe I'll just delete one of them. Yeah, I'll delete one of my existing outposts. Anyways, so yeah, the whole goal here, you can't use any advanced power. It's a huge mistake to try and use anything besides wind and solar. I'm going to assume, actually, I'll just assume you have level 1 wind and solar. Level 2 is literally half the time to set up, but I'll assume you have level 2.
Rift jump successful.
Should I assume level 1 or 2? Let's just say you have level 1. And you have level 1 carbonium power. Now, it's not a big rush at the beginning, because you have a bunch of... I did not mean to do that. Okay, anyways, we have a really good situation here. There's... I'm just going to abandon an outpost so I can build my own. What I'm looking for here is something that's highly defended, and this fits the bill like exactly. So, and this is tropical, so you're talking wind. We're not talking solar. Now, if it's just the beginning of the day, like 8 a.m., sure, go for frickin' some solar if you want. That'll be enough to get you through the first wave. Oh, shoot. I've got red weapons. Let me unequip all these things, because this is kind of cheating. if I use these. What would be a common thing for me to have? I think it makes sense for me to have a shotgun and a small machine gun.
Crafting completed.
That would be a pretty standard layout, I would say, if you're really early on. And then I'll say that you have 2 power fists as well.
Crafting completed. Crafting
White
completed.
power fists. And I'm gonna just unequip. Yeah, screw this. Yeah, I'll unequip all this stuff. Actually, I'll unequip that too. So I have literally nothing there. Are these? Okay, it gives me a little bit more survivability. Frick. Fine. I'll unequip all these too. Alright. So it'll be 2.5 minutes or 2.5 in-game hours between when you build your first building and when the wave comes. Just approximately.
Ashley, I'm picking up a lot more activity in this area. We should expect strong resistance from local creatures.
Base is under attack.
Oh, see.
A building has been destroyed.
I did well over there, but then I didn't build stuff over here. So we're gonna do something like this, do something like that. We're gonna build some in here, and we're gonna go in here. And see, the natural chokes are really gonna be doing tons of work here. And yeah, this is brutal 5x with almost nothing for stuff.
I'm detecting a decrease in wind speed.
No rigs abilities, white weapons, level 1 towers unlocked essentially, and it's pretty straightforward.
The wind is very slow today.
Now you have 12 hours to do whatever you want. Not 12 hours from now, but you have 12 hours from the time that wave spawned before the next wave hits. So you could just go off and expand and build whatever you want. And I would suggest doing it for maybe like 10 hours and then leaving the map, if this is what you want for an expansion. Now, if you're here for Cobalt, of course you just do Cobalt. If you're here for all sorts of other stuff, you do the other stuff. This isn't the best base to do iron and stuff on. I mean, it did roll with lots of iron, but anyways, as you can see, almost everything held. This all held perfectly fine. It was all built in the 2.5 minutes. And the other side, whether, you know, it's a nice good choke over here. This was just held by me and some last second towers. I think this windmill was actually blocking these ones from firing.
Wind is picking up
But
again.
anyways, it worked, right? So, let's do another map. Find new location. Now, Radioactive Desert is by far the best one. Wait, what time is it? Oh, it's perfect. Okay, so find new location, radioactive desert, resource harvest. I want low threat, low threat. There we go, perfect. Why this one's the best is because if you have synthesizers unlocked, then solar instance is absolutely insane. It is by far the best source of carbonium and ironium in the game. So the best thing to do there is go in the early hours of the day, scout out an area, and then at maybe like 5:30, you place your first building and go. It's going to be something like 7 or something like that by the time or 8 by the time I can build my first building. Oh yeah, and then what that means is that 12 hours after the first wave spawns, the second wave will spawn. So that will give you most of the day to just build, and then you can leave the map before the second wave spawns. So you can have lots of synths going. And you don't need extra stable floors. Oh my god. So this is really good.
Rift jump successful.
Oh, shoot. What is that? Okay. So, I built that 744, 8, 9. So was it 10:15? The first wave will spawn, something like that. Jesus. And then, because you go here during the day, you build solar. Make sure you build AI cores. Solar. Again, if you've got level 2 and 3 solar, it's much better to do. I'm just doing this to show you that even if your tech is garbage, you can do very solid bases. No problem.
Ashley, I'm picking up a lot more activity in this area. We should expect strong resistance from the local creatures. Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight.
So they're all coming from the top, which is nice. I want to quickly add some artillery.
Is happening in this zone. I am getting readings that are inconsistent with the surrounding environment.
Okay, you have my attention.
So
Can you
we're
share
at
any
really
more
positive
specific
power.
information?
I have detected a pattern, but it is too weak to determine its origin conclusively. Please give me more time
I
to
forgot to
analyze
power
the
these
data.
things. Kind of a mistake on my part.
Let's try to find it ourselves in the meantime.
Oh, I left a... So we're just gonna go up here with this. And this is Brutal 5X, by the way.
Warning, a solar burn event is approaching.
No worries at all. You know?
Sun activity is at its peak right now. Solar energy generation at maximum levels.
And that was the first wave. Brutal 5X, no problem at all. Now we have a whole bunch of time to go off and build. So we're gonna leap here before the first wave anyway, so we're gonna go off and do, you know, stuff like this. Let's say you only have one unlocked.
Solar radiation is getting back to normal.
This doesn't even require any floors, what I'm doing here. Let's say I need lots of carbonium. Let's say I'm really short on carbonium, so that's what I'm caring about. And we do something like this. And of course, we'll say that we also need ironium, or uranium. So we'll just build some of that. This is actually a really good roll if you don't have extra stable floors, because we've had very little with quicksand or whatever it's called. Anyways, as you can see, we're struggling to keep up on the power, but it's only 3 something. We started building at like 7:45 initially, I think, so we've got lots of time.
Warning! Radiation levels are increasing. The amount of alpha and beta particles hitting my sensors is off the charts. Gamma ray emissions are less intense, but slowly approaching dangerous
See?
levels.
Hold on. Do you see
So
that?
it's
Those
4
rock pillars.
something.
Tell me I'm not the only one seeing giant hands sticking out of the ground.
Affirmative. I see the formations. However, they do not resemble hands in any structural sense. You are experiencing a psychological effect known as pareidolia.
What?
Pareidolia is the human tendency to perceive familiar shapes, such as faces or limbs, in random or ambiguous visual patterns.
So it's 5 o'clock now.
Are coincidental.
What about the increased radiation?
Alpha and beta radiation
We've
is
now
a natural
managed to
product
build
of radioactive decay. These
a
structures
pretty good
are
outpost
primarily
here,
composed of rich thorium
right?
ore. It is
Now,
much more radioactive than any thorium ore
I could
that
just
can be
leave.
found on Earth, but it does not appear to be out of place
I
in this
could get a little
radioactive
greedy here.
desert.
Yeah,
Guess
let's
you're
just get a
right.
little greedy.
Either
Why
way,
not?
it does give me the
Let's
creeps.
build just a little
I
bit more.
wouldn't want to
just
have a
'cause.
base close to this thing.
So I'm going to build just a little bit more stuff because I have more time on the clock. If you're just starting this, I probably would have not been that greedy. So it's 6, we're around 7 p.m. Yep. Now we get out of here. So I'm gonna go at the main menu and just look at so just with attacking that first wave, killing it really easily, and then just building a bunch of miners and solar, we've ended up with very good mining there for very little cost. Yeah. So essentially, we did 80, 11, 6 production, which is very good. And just all it required was killing that first wave. So that's pretty good. Now let's say we do metallic. Same thing.
Warning! A hostile
Oh,
group of creatures is heading towards our base. Prepare for an incoming attack.
load game. I'll just load this one. So basically, I'll do the same on Metallic now. Metallic is almost the exact same strategy. You can just hold the outpost very easily, again, with just acid spitters, artillery, and then you can run off and expand a whole bunch. Yeah. So we're gonna go after that one. Boom. Okay, well, so metallic. It's a little trickier. Again, this is brutal 5x, so there's gonna be a ton of mobs. The real key is splash damage stuff. That's why I like acid spitters, artillery. Artillery are a lot less useful, but um, they are good for covering like far areas of your base that didn't get covered with short range AoE stuff. Technically, if you had Morphium Towers unlocked, it would be pretty solid. I'm going to assume, though, that if you're building an expo to here, you're probably looking for titanium. And if you're looking for titanium, you probably don't have Morphium stuff unlocked. So, again, you have lots of time before you place your first building, but as soon as you put your first building down, you're on the clock. Man, this is not representative, okay? This is actually pretty solid. For, let's see. Okay. The monsters on this map suck. I forgot that I don't have, I took off my healing powers completely. So, yeah, I won't go around too much. But we'll do the same sort of idea. Oh man, what a map. Okay, so my plan is I'll outpost here, fill this place up with solar. Not solar, sorry. This is metallic, so wind is good here. Don't do solar. I'll put a few... I'll put a wall or two there, but this is mostly just going to come down to defenses. Acid spitters in particular. And keep in mind, factories in your main power up everything. They can teleport ammo across maps, so I'm just assuming you have that. So, let me delete that. All right, here we go.
Something strange is happening in this zone. I am getting readings that are inconsistent with the surrounding environment.
Again, if you got level 2 or level 3 wind, this is better. But if you've got stuff like fusion, fission, do not build it. It's just because it won't be ready by the time the first wave hits. I forgot to look at the time to see what we have. Yeah. I'm doing something there you can't easily do. It's basically you need to have the AI cores down before you can build defensive towers usually. Until you get the mega structures, so. Anyways, not a big difference though. And time is of the essence here, so don't get too carried away.
In this area, we should expect strong resistance from the local creatures. Warning! An enemy attack is imminent. We should build stronger defenses around our base.
Base is under attack.
One of our buildings was being destroyed.
So I forgot to get acid spitters up there at the top. Which is unfortunate. But, you know, just holding the fort. There we go. Right. So that's brutal 5x with, like, again, white weapons, no rigged wads, no equipment. The only thing is I forgot to put a couple towers up here. Not a big deal. And now you could just expand out for many hours and then leave before the second wave spawns.
Wind speed is at an exceptional high. Wind turbine efficiency is at maximum.
I don't really think there's any point in showing any other expos at this point, really. I guess we could do Icy. That's the only other one that I would consider really doing. Let's say new location or cryofields, whatever it's called. Oh, whoops, not exploration. Let's roll super low threat. There we go. It's basically the same thing. A few level 1 acid spitters behind. Oh yeah, walls are again quite important on this one. Positioning of the outpost in places that are well defended is important. But yeah. I don't really know what to say about doing these. The biggest stuff that I see people screw up is just trying to make these really fancy bases and not using natural terrain as choke points. Natural terrain is insanely good. And beautifully symmetrical bases also just take a lot of time.
Rift jump successful.
I'm getting so lucky on these, I almost feel bad. So this is a fantastic place. I'll put my wall across there. That'll prevent everything from coming there. How long is this wall? Oh, I forgot how much.
Weapon dropped. We can try to.
I forgot how bad the monsters were on this map. Again, though, this is one of the reasons why you scout out a little bit before you do much. I do want to clear those out. Oh,
Weapon dropped.
oops. That's a lot of money I lost. Oops. Again, though, for starting up the base, everything I did doesn't really matter that much. I mean, don't die too much because you'll lose a lot of money. But let's see, is this solid? Yeah, that's solid. And we've got another wall right over here. Okay, sweet. Oh, I gotta go delete the other one. Abandon. So, again, what are we gonna build? It's gonna be, okay, animal and plant biomass are definitely the thing to go here, if at all possible. Okay, so I'm gonna say you have level 1 animal
Something
biomass.
strange is happening in this zone. I am getting readings that are inconsistent with the surrounding environment.
Okay.
Can you pinpoint the source?
So I'm gonna say
I am in the process of triangulating the origin.
you don't
Please
want this
stand
one to
by
be one of
for
your first
updated
ones, for
coordinates.
sure.
This may take some time.
Okay. Let's try to find it ourselves in the meantime.
So yeah.
Ashley, I am picking up a lot more activity in this area. we should expect strong resistance from the local creatures.
Base is under attack.
Oh,
And
I definitely forgot.
an enemy attack is imminent. We should build stronger defenses around our base. A tower has been destroyed.
Okay, so everything's coming out from the same side. That's cool. Huh? There, just go
Base is under
here.
attack.
Tower destroyed. There is a breach in our walls.
See, if walls are failing and stuff, this is the sort of stuff you can do. You could just keep going back. I mean, yeah, you can go out there and help as well.
One of our walls has been destroyed.
So anyways, that was just level 1 Aston Spitters, level 1 Artillery on Brutal 5X, day 60, 61. Oh, 62, sorry. And living off animal biomass. Tons of extra power. You're good. Now you can expand out, get palladium, all that good stuff. So, anyways, I just wanted to show how you do all the different maps. This wasn't as pretty as it could have been. I should have done layers of walls and stuff, but anyways, as you can see, it wasn't particularly close. I was backing up into these artillery, which we're going to take over. Yeah. Pretty solid. And then once you get some income from all the different maps, I would definitely not suggest doing Icy early on. Definitely Tropical and, well, Desert is by far the best one with Synths. If you don't have Synths yet, Tropical and Metallic are best. Metallic for iron, Tropical for cobalt, well, yeah, cobalt and carbonium. Anyways, just wanted to show you that. This is basically how you lock down outposts and defend the initial wave on a few different maps. Cheers.